Hello, YouTube, and welcome back to Jungian Psychology. I believe it's Jungian Psychology 104 today. It's Friday, and the other day I finally got my sort of assignment approved. Not that I've done it yet, but I got what I wanted to do, the idea approved, and I'm going to tell you more about it later, of course, but today we're going to talk about an important thing when it comes to Jungian psychology and, of course, Jung's philosophy, and that is the question, what is true? Jung famously read a lot of philosophy, and according to his own sort of joke, he tried to adapt or take it in as much as he could, and probably less than his opponents thought that he should. I could talk about hours for this subject, but I'm not going to, because it is complicated and it is sometimes very stupid, because the problem with truth is that some people argue that there is no such thing, and that argument always annoys me, because just because something is not measurable or tangible doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It's like love. It's just a set of hormones in your brain. Shut up. That's not what love is, and you know it's not. And you know certain things are true. People are born and then they die. This is true. But someday someone is going to live forever. No. No, they're not, because the universe will end as well. If you drop stuff, they fall down. Doesn't matter that a helium balloon flows up. It will also come down. It is true. An important subject in the matter is what is known as ecological fallacy, and that is trying to apply statistics backwards. So you might measure a group of people, and even if that is specific, so for me it's like men between 28 and 35 years old and living in Sweden and blah blah blah, then you can see sort of certain characteristics or other, common aspects. The ecological fallacy is that when you make the presumption about person in that group and apply these sort of found values in the statistics. So this is obviously a big problem with both personality psychology, but also with diagnosis. So ADHD, for example, has like 15 items or something like that. I don't remember exactly, but that means that people with among the group of people with ADHD, you will find 15 different things that are, odd or wrong or not healthy or suboptimal, whatever. But most people with ADHD, almost no one has all 15. So that makes putting the idea of ADHD upon a person with ADHD is still an ecological fallacy and something that is very much to be avoided. And this was something that Jung wrote about, how diagnoses are only sort of a compass and a tool to be used when a patient is transferred from one clinician to another. Setting a diagnosis for yourself, if you are a clinician, is completely irrelevant, because that description is more vague and worse than your knowledge of the person. So that is something that, when it comes to what is true, that he had a problem with, because it is very hard to say something about other people and perhaps about the world in general. Gravity, it's not super advanced or complex, although amazing and complex in its own way. It's sort of a simple thing. Drop stuff and they fall down. matter attracts each other. But what he did say was about what we call in modern times your truth. And that is, it is important to know that your truth doesn't mean that everything that you say and your opinions are factual truth, which is a very common thing. But it does mean that if my favorite color is yellow, then it is true that my favorite color is yellow. And if I fear dogs, that fear is real and true. And that is very important in Jungian psychology, because you have to base your clinical practice and your therapy upon this truth, which makes it, of course, very hard to be coming in with preconceived notions, pre-made ideas of how to help, and theories. So like he said, you should know all the theories, but you might not be able to use any of them. I'm paraphrasing. He said something like it. And that is something that I'm going to do for my assignment. I'm going to really target that sort of specific subjectivity in a person's mind. And I'm so excited about it, and I can't wait to tell you all about it. I'm going to do 10 interviews, that is 1 hour each, with a series of questions and talking points that I have prepared, and it's going to be an amazing time. I will see you tomorrow, and have a great Friday, everyone.